Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Opinions My Take. My name is Yemisi Olufade and it's so good to be here. I hope you're doing well and all is going fine wherever you are. Yes, it's been some days and of course looking at the situation in Nigeria and everything. I just want to ask, how are you coping? How are you coping? Because I know it's not easy in a country where it seems like nothing works. But then we keep praying to God to help us. All right. So today, what I'm talking about is relationship. And talking about relationship, I'm looking at the issue of cheating. So I'm looking at the issue of cheating and open relationship where whether in a marriage or a dating relationship and what actually got me to this point. Yeah, it's been happening. We've been reading about it. It's been trending that couples cheat in marriages while dating, and some even ask for open relationship. But why I'm talking about this was because I actually watched a movie, and in that movie, the guy and the girl were dating and were even engaged. And so their marriage was in just some few weeks. And then the girl had an STD. And she was wondering because she's been faithful to her partner. And so she confronted him and he begged, cried, and said, just one person. And it was one time he was drunk and, he's sorry and everything. And it took a while, but she was like, okay, yeah. But then one night they were sleeping and his phone was buzzing and everything. So she looked, and then that got her to even look more. And she saw a lot of girls. Now she freaked out. She was like, my goodness, not just one person, but even about eight, nine girls. And he was having sex with her unprotected, and she freaked out. And I just wondered to myself, even when it was just STI, I wondered, I said, what if it was HIV, AIDS and everything? Will sorry count? Will sorry change anything? Well, so moving forward, the guy begged, but she said no. And then, later, I don't know what happened. The mother intervened. Our own mother, for that matter, she was saying that there's nowhere that you are in a relationship with a man that they won't cheat. Now, I want to say something before it looks like I'm saying that it's only that gender that cheats. It can happen with both men and women in a relationship. The wife can cheat, the husband can cheat, the girlfriend can cheat, the boyfriend can cheat. So let's make that clear. So that's what we're talking about. So she finally said, oh, I love the guy, I can't stay, without this guy. And then they went back and she told the guy that from now on you need to be honest with me. Are you going to stay, you know, loyal and faithful to me and just me? The guy now says, since you're talking about honesty and that you want me to be truthful in what I'm saying, I'm thinking I can't sleep with just you. I can't have sex with just you even when we get married. I'm not that kind of person. So can we have an open relationship? And the girl was like, she felt insulted, rightly so. Anyone that question is posed or, to should feel insulted, which means basically you're not enough. So she was angry and everything. And then all of a sudden she said, okay, let's have this open relationship, which means that I can sleep with other men as well, even as you sleep with other girls. And he said, why would you want to sleep with other men? And she's like, if you can do it, why can't I do it? And he's like, no, he doesn't think that is right. That how would he view her? How would he see her? And he said, can you ask yourself the same question? And so that made me say that, let's talk about this today. Let's look at cheating and open relationship. What is your opinion on this? All right, let's just go straight to the opinions right now and see what some people think about cheating and being in an open relationship. I got this one, and the person's opinion is person said, well, I was cheated on, was in a 14-year relationship. I understand our ideas, but the truth of it for me was that even if I forgive, I would never forget. And once trust is broken, the relationship is too. I couldn't continue in a relationship that contained a partner who lied, cheated, and disrespected me and our relationship. I valued myself too much to stay with a person like that, and my self worth and self esteem was too valuable to waste on someone who didn't deserve it. And I think this is very, very appropriate. That's what I think. Someone is saying that once trust is broken, that it is over. Once trust is broken, that's it. It's over. Another person said, as a psychologist, I would say we need to have a nuanced view on this. It depends on who you are, your standards, and deal breakers. Cheating is a deal breaker for me. The person I once knew is no longer there. I could never continue. Another person said, to me, it's pretty simple. I'm not going to reward disloyalty with loyalty. And let me just take two more on this and then we'll move on to opinions on open relationship. This person said, oh man, I cried. My boyfriend cheated on me a few months ago, but I decided to give him a second chance because I didn't want that stupid thing ruined what we created before. It hurts to grow. It's true. And his cheating still hurts. Sometimes I remember all that and I start crying. I know he's tired about seeing me crying, but well, those tears are his fault and he knows it. After the cheating, I changed. Now I'm more anxious and insecure. I was very happy. I felt beautiful and powerful. It's impressive how a single action made by someone you really love and trust can change your whole life and the perception you have about your life. And finally, I'll take this one on cheating. I did not end my relationship when I found out my spouse was cheating because of all the other good parts of my marriage. 5 years later, my ex was just waiting to leave. Meanwhile, he planned the divorce for those 5 years. He almost left me in the street and I got engaged to the woman he was having 5 years before. My daughter was only 8 months old when I found out he was sleeping with a friend. I finally had enough, and today I'm still dealing with a divorce. A friend once said, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. A man can become a monster once they meet another woman. And now, let me just say this, it's also the same way when you look at the reverse. A woman can become a monster when she meets another man because it's on both sides, and we need to be careful what we do to people. So I got these opinions on the open relationship part of what we're talking about today. And this person says, you want to be in an open relationship, fine, just not with me. I think I like that. If you want it, but just not with me. All right, this other person is saying, I know my partner for 13 years. So far, our relationship is great. And yes, it's open. We both are very sensual, both love to travel. We are in the distance sometimes due to our careers. I trust him 100%. We don't really have the need to be with others at all, but we love adventure. And that option is available whenever we want to have fun. We are happy this way, enjoying our feelings. We want each other to be happy and enjoy life. He's also my best friend and my family, apart from partner and lover. We also set rules with the other people. No emotional attachment or secondary relationships, really. And always honesty. So basically, we can have friends that we have sex with that we can meet individually or together whenever we want fun. So far, it works because we only look for people who only want sex. Depends on your partner as well. If you date a jerk or a guy with a Peter Pan mentality, not ready to commit, you shouldn't have expectations indeed. But if your love is solid, it can last, like our relationship. 13 years and counting. So it depends. For some people, it works. For others, it doesn't work. You just need to love, trust, know your partner very well, and do what makes you grow and be happy. Lots of love, everyone. Oh, well, I'm going to come back to that, definitely. Someone said it hurts me when he asked me this because I know deep down I don't want an open relationship because I know open relationships can get really toxic and some don't even last long. And finally, this one, open? Yeah, great. Let's make it really, really, really open with absolutely no expectations. I'll call you if I want to see you again. I've actually been in that situation. And yes, there are a lot of opinions on this open relationship and cheating, but I can't even take everything right now. But let me just talk briefly on the lady that said that they've been together for 13 years and they have set boundaries, they have set rules. You can set rules, but what if the other person is not keeping to the rule? Like the movie I started with, I told you about, they had rules that they won't sleep with any or they won't have sex with anybody they know. But this guy, even before then, has been having sex with her best friend. And it continued even after that. So setting rules does not work. It doesn't cut it. So sometimes setting boundaries or putting rules to open relationship does not work. My take on this, on cheating, first of all, is if someone is not enough for you, then that's a problem. In a relationship, a wife is not enough for you, and the husband is not enough for you. Why are you in that relationship if you must sleep with other people, if you must have sex with other people? Why are you in that relationship? And I think with cheating, it comes down to being disciplined. If you're disciplined, right from, a good part of your life when you are growing up, because a lot of this attitude of wanting to cheat is in that person. It shows you're not disciplined, you're not principled, and you do not have integrity, you're not a loyal person. And so, why do I want to be with such a person? I mean, it goes both ways. So, why do I want to be with that person? So it's important to know who you are with and what you want, and for you, because a lot of men and well, women too who cheat, they would not use protection a lot, and so you're setting yourself up for risk, for danger, for harm. And why do you want to do that to yourself just because you want to be in a relationship with someone? It's important we know what we want. And for open relationship, if you know you want the open relationship, well, like we heard, some people are in for it and they said that it's good for them. They've tried it out, it works for them, but is it really working for them? We really need to know these things and be, you know, truthful to ourselves. Some people would say yes, why not? Because some religion permits you to have like four wives, but even with that religion, there's a clause to it. There's a clause to it. If you can love them equally, can you really love four women equally or more than four women equally? But even away from that, let's say they're even, they're married and that's what they want. But all I'm saying is that for you as a person that is watching this, and I don't want you to be deceived into thinking that, okay, because everybody is doing it, oh, they say men cheat, men will always cheat. What do you want for yourself? It's very important. What do you want for yourself? And so, on this note, I'm going to say, well, be truthful to yourself, know what you want, go for what you want, and don't settle. Don't settle. It's important you don't settle. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Opinions My Take. I just want to throw it out there that from December, Opinions My Take will be twice a month. Second Friday and the last Friday of the month. That's when we'll be doing this. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you always for your support. I love you. Take care of you. Bye.